Benjamin Franklin and the STEM Avengers. Episode 2. Benjamin Franklin and the Junto. America's first STEM think tank. Greetings, and welcome back to the Hawkins STEM Chronicles, a production of the Guy Hawkins Center for STEM. Before we dive in, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your feedback helps us grow our community. Now, step back in time for a moment. Picture, if you will, Philadelphia in 1727. Not the bustling metropolis we know today, but already a rising port city. Tall ships crowd the Delaware River, carrying flour, lumber, furs, and tobacco to Europe, and returning with finished goods, sugar, rum, and tragically, enslaved people from Africa. The city's population hovered around 6,000. By 1740, it would double. Founded by William Penn as a haven for Quakers, Philadelphia quickly became a mix of English, Germans, the Scots-Irish, the Swedes, the Welsh, and free black Philadelphians. A place of faith, trade, taverns, and muddy streets. This was the world a young Benjamin Franklin observed. Franklin, just back from England, saw hard-working tradesmen struggling to get ahead. He asked, what if we came together? Not for profit, not for politics, but for knowledge and community improvement. His answer was the Junto. Franklin's great idea was not to create some secret society. This was not going to be a variation of a posh London gentleman's club, but a meeting of minds. Originally 12 men, artisans, merchants, mechanics, surveyors, and others. What bound them wasn't wealth, because honestly, they were not wealthy. What bound them together was curiosity. They met every Friday evening, first above Franklin's print shop, later at the Indian King Tavern. And what fueled the men of the Junto? Trust me, it wasn't ale. Rather, it was questions. Franklin drafted 24 guiding questions, sparking debate and action. For example, who has recently done something worthy of praise or blame? What new idea, story, or invention have you encountered? What moral lesson or vice have you seen this week? What knowledge or remedies could help a neighbor? The goal was never idle talk, but solutions. From these humble meetings came transformative projects. America's first lending library, the first volunteer fire brigade, a fire insurance company, the first public hospital, innovations in street lighting and sanitation, a college that became the University of Pennsylvania, and the spark for Franklin's own scientific experiments. The spirit of the Junto. Lines from a poem of the era captured it well enough. Here meet the sons of toil and trade, not lofty lords but unafraid, who seek by question, thought, and pen, to lift the minds of working men. The Junto was America's first STEM think tank, where science, engineering, and civic duty sat around the same table. Franklin believed wisdom could come from anyone, if only given the chance to speak. The Junto was just the beginning. Franklin envisioned knowledge uniting not just tradesmen in a tavern, but citizens across a continent. From this seed would grow the American Philosophical Society, the first scientific institution in the New World. Place where science served people, where ideas had no borders, where the first team of STEM Avengers was born. In our next episode, we'll watch Franklin transform this Friday night club into a movement that carried the promise of science, reason, and discovery into the heart of a new nation. If fact-based history and STEM excite you, please like, subscribe, and comment below. Your feedback fuels the Hawkins STEM community. This has been episode 2 of a special mini-series about Benjamin Franklin and the STEM Avengers of the American Philosophical Society. The Hawkins STEM Chronicles is a production of the Guy Hawkins Center for STEM. See you next time for episode 3. The American Philosophical Society is born.